Welcome to a new video, and here we're going to unbox this new handset that we got for Moto E40. And apologies in advance if you are hearing any kind of sound from the environment, because there is some function going on in my area. So any kind of external noise that you're getting, advance apologies for that. And without any delay, let's get into this packaging first. So this box came with 4 seals. One was over here, the other was over here, the third was over here, and the fourth was over here. So I've cut those seals open and checked the handset was in a proper condition or not. Now we're going to do the unboxing. Let's go ahead, guys. So this is the handset first and foremost that we're getting over here, and on the packaging it says like the name of the smartphone, Moto E40, and 48 megapixel triple camera system over here, and it means that the 8 octa-core processor over here with some clock speed specifications, and they have said that it's a 90 Hz display with 6.5 inch screen size, and it's an HD plus screen. And here in the below we have the Motorola branding, and the case is already mounted on this phone. Actually, it's a plastic case, as you can see, and we'll get back to this handset in a little bit, and we'll just go through the inbox contents of this handset first, of this package first. So here it is. I guess this is just a support platform for this smartphone. Over here we have some documentations, basically safety modules, and I guess it gives us some basic features of this smartphone, which we can cover, which we'll cover shortly actually. So you can have a look over here for some time. Alright, we're going to keep those aside. Now we have this small charger. I guess it's a 10 watt charger, I guess, very small charging brick. So it's gonna take some time. I guess yes, it is a 10 watt charger. Over here it's mentioned 10. So yeah, it's going to take some time while charging this one. At least 15 watt charger, I guess Motorola should have provided with this case. And here it is, the USB-C basically cable. Yeah. And here I have the the SIM ejector tool actually. So what we're going to do is specifically we're gonna basically start up this phone first, and what we'll do is basically we'll keep all these things aside and start this phone up. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna keep this to the side, and this is the phone. So guys, I'm going to peel off this, and here it is, the phone. Over here you have the USB-C charger right here. Over here you have the USB-C charger. Over here you have the speaker grills. Over here you have the microphone, I guess, for your voice actually. And this is the power button. At the below it is the power button. This is the volume rocker, and this is the Google Assistant key dedicated that you are getting. We'll see whether it can be programmed or not. And here it is, the triple camera setup. It is given over here that it is a 48 it is a triple camera setup over here, and it mentions right here that it's a 48 megapixel camera right here. Yeah, and this is the Motorola branding, which also acts as a fingerprint sensor. So we have the front camera over here. What we are going to do is basically take off this case, and guys, must say that with this case and with this basically back cover, it's really gives a very good feel in hand actually. It gives a grip, kind of a grip actually. You can see that there's some patterns that goes over this back the back cover of this phone. It is a plastic cover indeed, but however it gives a proper grip to this to your hands. It's not a slippery, it's just not gonna slip through your hands or something like that. So that's good. That's something good actually. Over here they have also given a 3.5mm jack. That's good actually. And here we have that SIM tray, and also we'll see what whether it is a dedicated micro SD support card along with both the SIMs, or it is a hybrid card system, SIM card system that we're going to go through shortly. And let's start up this device, guys. Let's see what this device can do. So let's start it up. So guys, starting this device up now. So firstly, the buttons are quite mushy. They're not giving a tactile feedback to me. So that's the first thing that I would say about this phone, that the button actually seemed a little bit mushy actually.
Hello, Moto.
And that's it. That's the startup basically sound effect that you're getting along with the animation, startup animation of Motorola. So guys, one good thing is we are getting a 2 SIM setup along with a dedicated micro SD setup. So that's a thumbs up for Motorola. So thanks Motorola. All the sets should have, nevertheless to mention that all the sets should have this, either way which is the brand, but all the sets should have this setup for SIMs and SD cards for in 2022 and going forward. So that's a good thing. And I'm going to now insert my SIMs quickly into the system in my smartphone, and then I'm going to come back to you guys. Using the app, now it's starting up, guys. This is the default screen that we get with the Motorola. I'm going to give it some time to start it up. So once it starts up and it's ready for our use, I'll get back and give you the full review. So guys, here I have set up the entire device actually, and what you can see is over here the phone itself, and it has been set up. And now I just wanted to show you, since this is stock Android and it's running on that Android OS. So the pro, why we choose Motorola smartphones is because of its stock Android. And why stock Android? Because we don't want any unused apps or apps that we don't use to stay in our phones. Just like that, if you see over here that we have few apps that I don't want to use, like this Fate and everything. So what I am going to do is basically I'm going to go straight ahead and uninstall this app. It's going to ask for my confirmation. Again, I can find apps like this and uninstall them right away. So this is another app which I don't need. Again, okay. And those apps that you cannot basically uninstall them straight away, like one of them is over here, interactive wallpapers. You can see that it doesn't uninstall, it doesn't let you uninstall. What you can go do is basically go to the app info, then you can delete that cache and the storage for this data or this app basically, and then you're gonna first stop this and then you can disable it. And once you disable it, it goes away from this app options. So that's a brief review actually, so that you can use that space optimally and maximum to your benefit, not that what the manufacturers of this smartphone are providing. So that is how you can basically set up this smartphone, and the phone looks something like this. And basically I have customized a few things in the phone itself basically to my liking, and so I have changed the wallpapers and something like that, and I have also removed that left like Google News feed from the left swipe. So that is what the generic phone would look like in your day-to-day basically usage. And yeah, it's good, it's functional basically. What I find is this design is pretty functional, and it's good for my use actually. And you can also see the viewing angles, guys. The brightness I would say is quite good of this phone. You can see that the text is quite bright, and you can see it right from here. And the touch also feels quite quite fluid and everything, so no issues in that. Yeah. So one thing is basically with if you see the newer phones of Motorola, like the Moto G52, the what do you say, this notification panel has changed quite a bit in those smartphones. I'm not too sure why has Motorola not given those options and not maintained the parity for this phone in all their product lineups as well for all other phones. So that's one difference that I saw over here. And let's just check the what do you say, the speaker quality, because Motorola phones do have a great speaker quality. So just let's start playing something that's, what do you say, from YouTube. So I'm playing this video in the maximum basically volume.
Download the Domino's app now. Domino's.
And guys, this doesn't have that stereo speaker setup, so the entire feed that is coming for this smartphone is from these speaker grills. So just if I close this, you can find that the sound has been cut off significantly basically. So this is something, this is the maximum volume, and this is coming entirely from these speaker grills. I would say that the sound quality is not bad, but it is not too great either. As for the Motorola smartphones, we are generally getting those stereo speakers set up. So I wouldn't say that the phone is doing too great in the audio section, but it's not too bad either. So good thing, and I would say that it has performed fairly. I would not say that it has performed exceptionally, but fairly. Now let's check the video quality as well from YouTube. So let's see what is the maximum resolution and what is the quality of this, how good this quality of the video is of the multimedia when you play this from this smartphone basically. I'm trying to find a high resolution content from YouTube. So guys, so here's another catch. I know this video plays in HDR in other devices, and I know this is HD enabled content, and you can see that though the quality is very good of this video, this is actually from the creative of this is from the video and not of the smartphone. So you only get till 1080p and 60 fps for this video resolution, and you wouldn't get anything further than this or higher than this. So 1080p 60 I would say is plenty good for a smartphone, because the screen itself is actually 720p, I mean the HD quality. Still it's providing 1080p, and you can see over here that there is no, what do you say, the frame drops or something like that. It's playing fairly at a, what do you say, at a consistent speed, and there are no frame drops that are visible in my experience so far. So overall good, I would say. The viewing experience wouldn't be too bad, guys. Just because it is an HD screen, don't think that the viewing experience is going to be too bad. So even smartphones who are actually providing what do you say, like the playbacks at higher resolutions of like Quad HD or even at 4K, so what I've seen that they're lagging or they're having some frame drops, because our smartphone screen and the resolution that it pushes in the process is only so far capable to give that consistent frames in those higher resolutions. But however, this is not a bad experience, guys. This is a fairly good experience in terms of screen quality, I would say, in terms of the video playbacks. So guys, now I'd like to show you that what is the storage space of this phone, and you can go directly to the storage and you can find it out from here. It's a 64 GB smartphone and only 14.02 GB has been used for this device. And definitely I have already installed some of the apps that I need for day-to-day life. So after those only, I think you will get around 15 GB. I mean 15 GB for the data will be used, and rest of them will be you'll have them for your basically at your disposal. Those the rest of the the storage will be remaining for your disposal. And one thing I found out was that this flash, guys, this flash is not too powerful. It's quite a dim flash. I mean, after ages I have seen something so dim. It's not too bright, it's not too, I mean, it's not doing too great, guys. If I just if I can show you guys, this flash is just very average flash, and I wouldn't say that it will be doing very good job in terms of if you turn on the camera and everything, it's not going to do a great job over here. So that's something, though I'm very much being nitpicking about this thing, but definitely it's basically it could have been better. I mean, these days with phones becoming so much of a high resolutions, if the flashes are not that adequate, then what's the use? And what else, guys? So there is a triple camera setup over here, and one of them is a 48 megapixel camera. So you can see over here the camera quality I think would be not too great, and the video resolutions is capped out at 1920 and 1080, and they're not saying what is the frame rate that is available over here. And I'm guessing this will be capped at a maximum 30 fps, because I have owned the Moto G52 as well. I have done a review for that, and I have seen that there is a capping of 30 fps for the rear camera, and the front camera is capped at around 24 or 25 fps at 1080p. And these days 720p, the HD basically option is basically obsolete, and nobody uses this kind of resolutions in videos anymore. So the minimum criteria is 1080p, and people expect a 60 fps 60 fps with 1080p combination for the camera, but that isn't going to happen for this. And I don't know, like it's going to be performing decently. I know Motorola cameras are not that bad. And here's me, guys, from the front camera. And also you can see from here as well, this is also it is capable of capturing 1080p footages, and I guess it's going to do fairly well as well, because Motorola cameras are renowned for doing the job good. Doing a good job in terms of camera. But the frame rates, guys, I mean, it could have been much better. And in terms of photos, I'm just going to click some of the photos, and I'm going to just try and do some photo shoots right away. And so I would say that the camera is quite snappy, and there's a decent level of detailing in this the camera and the photos, but nothing something like exceptional about it. So it's going to do a decent job, guys. Now you cannot expect too much out of a 10,000 priced smartphone in this range, so it's going to perform decently. And even if I'm talking about the selfie camera, so if I take a few photos from here, yes, it's going to do the job. But for the front camera, I'm looking at a few lags. Actually, I'm not getting a very good feedback. If you can see, there is a lag, there are some frame drops, and you need to pause before you click, and the video I'm guessing is not going to do very well over here. But no, the video is doing rather better. And yeah, But and here over here overall I think there is a crop factor that gets applied in the video, but nothing else I guess. And if I can show you the video now, yeah, but and here over here overall I think there is a crop factor that gets applied in the video, but nothing else yes. Yeah, but and here over. And guys, you can see over here, these are the pictures that we have clicked over from here, and it's very, what do you say, it's not a very good front camera guys for your selfies, so apply your judgment before taking selfies with this camera. So nothing too special about the cameras guys. I guess if you are planning to buy something for the cameras, then I would suggest that take do some more research and go to some buy something else with your money, because this is not a camera centric phone. This is a functional smartphone basically that gives you the Android experience, stock Android experience within the budget of 10,000, and performs good will perform good in your day-to-day life and basically do the job. But anything beyond that is, I guess, stretching the phone too much. And the camera section is not too, what do you say, there is not too much, it doesn't have too much strength in the camera section guys, so that's something to keep an eye out for this smartphone. Even the screen, I would say that an HD plus screen is what do you say, in 2022 it's not a great option. So everybody expects at least a 1080p screen. You either provide what do you say, a high refresh rate. Even if you're not providing a high refresh rate, that's fine, but everybody expects a 1080p screen. That's plain and simple. But even with the 1080, even if it's not a 1080p screen, it is doing the job fairly well in terms of the YouTube videos or multimedia consumption that you're going to do in this phone for 1080p what do you say, files. So that's okay, that's cool. The screen is not going to be an issue. The camera is definitely an issue. The sound is not too good but not too bad either in this section. The performance is okay. Network and connectivity, let's see what we can like what is the kind of loudspeaker we are getting. We are going to do a dummy call. So guys, I just placed a call and just tested on what do you say, the network and connectivity, and what is the call quality of this handset, and it's fairly good guys. The earpiece here, the earpiece that they have provided is quite strong. I mean, you won't have much trouble hearing the other person in the phone, so that's good thing. Kudos to Motorola. They have put a good earpiece on this device guys. No debate on this. And even the loudspeaker quality is also good, and I was speaking on the loudspeaker with my dad from almost one hand distance from this phone, and he was hearing me quite crystal clear. No issues in the network issues guys, so that's cool as well. And this screen brightness is also very good. I would say that full brightness, it's adequately lit, and I would say that it will perform more or less good in the outdoor sections. You wouldn't have too much trouble. Now it's, I don't know, definitely it's not a 1200 nits or 1500 nits brightness level smartphone, but still it's going to do a job pretty well guys. Not too bad in the 10,000 what do you say, price range smartphone category. It would do fairly well. And now guys, the only thing that is left to test out is the battery area, battery section. How much is the battery backup? And right now it's what do you say, like when I started this phone, it had around 50 or 54 or 55% charge, and after that it has been set up, apps has been installed, and what do you say, I have been the phone has continuously been in the screen on time. Basically the screen was always active after that at almost full brightness, and you can see that it has only, even if I just let's assume that it was from 55%, so it has at max basically dropped till 13%. Till now the battery life has dropped till 13%, and we have already used this phone at around what do you say, from the time I started the video. Actually, you're seeing it for I think a few minutes, but it has already been a few hours, I guess, with this smartphone. So I think battery is one of the strongest what do you say footholds of Motorola smartphones, because it has that what do you say HD plus screen. It won't be consuming too much of the battery, and chipsets are quite efficient these days, so the battery won't drain out too bad. And with the stock Android experience, battery consumption is definitely not an issue. So with a 100% charge, I think you will be easily getting a full day or even 1.5 days of what do you say the battery backup. And that's it, guys. I guess we can call it a day for this phone, and we have reviewed it, I guess, entirely on all the fronts. And okay, and this extra switch, I don't know how much these things, guys, these switches are, what is it? This is actually a Google Assistant switch. This is a Google Assistant go to switch. If you press this switch, what will happen is basically the Google Assistant will pop up, and basically they will try to catch up with your phrases and give you some search results. So I'm not too sure how how handy this is with this dedicated switches from what do you say this Google Assistant, because I guess you can always go here in the Google what do you say to the Google, and you can always do this and get your feeds what do you say recorded or searches done in from here, actually, after you go to the Google app. So a physical switch for Google Assistant, I think it's an extra feature. It's not too functional, guys. I guess it could have been, if we can program this switch to perform some other activities or other tasks, then definitely that would have been great. So, and yeah, one more thing is left to test is the fingerprint sensor, and I'll shortly set up this fingerprint sensor and show you how responsive that fingerprint sensor is. So guys, we have set up the fingerprint sensor. Let's see how it performs. So I'm gonna touch it. It's responsive, guys. It's quite responsive. We're gonna do that again. Yes, and definitely it's accurate, and without fail it's actually tracking my fingerprint, and it's responsive, guys. It's doing the job pretty well. So no issues or no complaints on that front. Complaint is with the back cover, guys. Though it's a good back cover, the texture is nice, but it feels, especially at this fingerprint sensor part, it feels like it's almost like if you tap too hard, it feels a little bit you might feel a little bit denting inside. So that's something, guys. It feels a little bit cheaper. This back cover, actually, when you tap on it, it feels a bit cheap. So definitely I would suggest that always put on your screen, not the screen protector, but the back cover always. Definitely buy a screen protector for this one. I'm not too sure whether they have put on a Gorilla Glass protection for this phone or not. So it's better that you keep a screen protector on this phone always, so that you do not damage the phone when it falls or something like that. At least you don't scratch this phone if you put in your pocket unknowingly. So that might be a added advantage to your phone. It will increase the life of the screen, and it can give you a good experience of this phone without any hassle-free experience for this phone. So that's it, guys. That's all for today. That's what we have covered so far. And anything that you wanna say or you wanna discuss, or you want to you would have liked us to cover in this review, please let us know in the comments below, and definitely we'll come back to you. Also, let us know if you want to make a long-term review for this smartphone or not. If you want that, definitely then we can come up with a long-term review after 2 or 3 months, because this will be a primary handset for my family members. So I can get back to you guys on this one. So with that, guys, I'm going to close this video now. So thank you guys for watching this video, and do subscribe to our channel, because obviously it takes time and energy, and quite the effort to make a video something like this. And of course we are buying these products with our own pocket, own money, with our own hard-earned money. So a little bit of support from you guys through subscriptions really would motivate us. It is not a financial support that we require, but moreover we need that mental support and the motivation that you can guys provide us without any expense from your pockets, so that we can carry on with our work. So that's something, guys. And so that's why it's very important, guys, that you please subscribe to our channels and show us some validations that you're supporting us. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope that you all are doing good and you are all staying healthy. So stay safe and keep your keep your environment clean, and we'll catch up in a new video sometime again soon. Thank you guys.